Hi, I'm going to show you how easy it is to use UCS Power Tools to configure a UCS system. So what I have done is I have defined all the parameters in set of CSV files, as you can see here, and then we'll be running set of scripts to do rest of the configuration. So the order of scripts that I will be running is like first I will configure the chassis discovery policy, the power policy and stuff like that. And then we'll be configuring the LAN uplinks and the disjoint network if there is any. And then the SAN uplinks. And we'll be configuring vSANs and all the pools, policies and VNIC templates, HVA templates, and then we'll be creating a service profile template. We'll be provisioning the service profiles and we'll be associating the service profiles to the physical blades. So initially I will have to connect, you'll have to open the UCS Power CLI or UCS Power Tool, and then you need to connect it to your UCS manager, which I'll be using UCSP for this demo. Yes, it is 167. So it's connecting to the UCS manager. Okay, so here we go. So first let me open the settings file. I can see that the parameters are set here. The chassis discovery policy is to link and it is port channel, and the power control policy is grid. So I will go ahead and run the chassis discovery script which I have created. Okay, so it's configured the discovery policy to use two links and port channel, and the power control will be grid. So I can show you the settings here. So it has configured these settings, two links, and it has turned it to grid, and it is port channel. Okay, the second step is to define the uplinks. So let me go ahead and show you the uplink configuration here. So you can see the port slot and the ports and the type, and if there is any port channel associated, then the fabric interconnect. So here in UCSM, if you go and see, it's all like it's unconfigured. The ports are unconfigured here. Here itself it's unconfigured. So we'll go ahead and run the script to configure them. So this will be our second step. Yeah, so it will basically enable all these server ports and uplink ports, and it will create the port channels and add the relevant ports to the port channels. I can show you what it has done in UCS Manager. You can see that yeah, so it has configured all the server ports and the relevant network ports. And if you go to LAN, you can see in Fabric there's a port channel 10. So it has added these two interfaces here. Here it has created 20 and it has added the two interfaces here. So it has done the job fairly quickly. Okay, so what's our next step? It's basically to configure any disjoint configuration. So because in our setup, so we have two port channels, and as well as individual we have separate network couplings as well for the DMC. So as you can see here, 13, 14 and 15 is our DMC uplink. So port channel we have 13 and 14. So let me show you before I run the script. There is no disjoint configuration right now. So generally what we do is we go to LAN uplink manager, we go to VLANs and VLAN manager, and we set our disjoint configuration here. But yes, we don't have the VLANs yet. So it will basically create the required VLANs and add it to the relevant uplinks. So we have the VLANs here. So I'm using three VLANs, which is 10 and 20 is my the production VLANs, and DMC VLAN is my 30. So let's go ahead and run this VLANs and disjoint configuration here, which will create the required VLANs and add them to the relevant uplinks or the port channels. So it has first created the VLANs 10, 20, 30, and it has added the port channels to the required VLANs and the uplinks to the required VLANs. Let's go ahead and verify that in UCS Manager. So you can see the VLANs are created here. And it has done the disjoint configuration here. So pretty good. So the next thing will be to configure your SAN uplinks, which is to enable your FC ports. And let's see what's the data file it is going to use. So you have the SAN uplinks here. So it has all the information, which ports that we want to configure as FC ports. And if you want to add them to a port channel, so it has a port channel information. So let's go ahead and do the configuration. So beforehand I'll show you so for now we don't have any FC ports here. Yeah, so it has enabled all the FC ports, and it has created the port channels and added the uplinks to the relevant port channel. give it a moment because it requires the module 2 to be restarted. There you go. You see the FC ports appear here now. We'll go to the SAN tab and let's see whether we have the port channels. Yes, we have them and the relevant ports added. Yes, so the relevant ports added. So till now we don't have the vSANs configured yet. So we'll go ahead and configure the vSANs as well. And it will basically configure the vSANs and it will set the vSAN memberships also correctly. So we have defined vSANs and FCOE VLANs here and vSAN memberships also. So go ahead and run this script to so beforehand I'll show you like okay if you go here right now it's in default vSAN, here it's in default vSAN, we don't have the vSANs yet. We'll go ahead and create the vSANs. Okay, so the required vSANs are created in both the fabrics with relevant FCOE VLANs and these port channels added to the relevant vSANs. So you can see that the vSAN port channel vSAN is changed. Here also port channel vSAN is changed. And you can see that the vSANs are added. So let me check what's our next step. So okay, then we'll define all our pools required for the service profile. So open the pools file. Yeah, so there you have all the pools defined. And let's go ahead and create all the pools. So it has created all the pools. You can see there should be a Mac pool. Yeah. And there should be a management IP pool. And SAN you should be having WWNN and WWPN pools. So we are ready with the pools. Next step is to create the policies. So I'll open the policies file. Okay, so we'll be defining the disk configuration, boot policy and the maintenance policy here. So just to verify, I'll show you that the disk configuration, so you don't have any boot policies other than the default policies. You don't have the local disk configure policies other than the default one. And okay, you have the default maintenance policy. So let's go ahead and create the required policies now. So it has created the required policies with the settings, local policy RAID 1, boot order with the boot policy is set like this, and maintenance policy, this policy is set to this. So you can see the policies are now created with the required configuration. And the next step is to create the unique templates. You can see all the parameters required for the templates is sorry, defined here. So we'll go ahead and create the unique templates. So we don't have unique templates defined yet. So it has created all the unique templates with the required VLANs added to them with the relevant configurations. So we have defined the unique templates. So we'll define the HBA templates next. So here you have the details for the HBA templates. Right now we don't have any templates defined, so we'll go ahead and create the templates. So it's created the required templates with the proper vSAN added. So the next step is to configure a service profile template, which we will be having the details here, template name and the policies pools that it is going to use, and we have a separate sheet to say which NICs and HBS should be added to each template. So with these details we can go ahead and create the template. We'll see first. We don't have any templates defined, so we'll go ahead and create the templates, service profile templates. So it has created two templates and it has added all the NICs and HBA templates to the relevant service profile template. So you can see that the template is defined here. With the relevant HBS and VNICs added. So the next step is basically to provision service profiles with this template, and it's really easy to use the GUI to provision service profiles from the templates rather than using the script. So once we are done with that, we'll just have to associate the service profiles with the blades. So we have defined two service profiles. We have defined the parameters here which we want to assign the service profile uh, to which blade that we want to assign the service profiles. So we'll go ahead and provision two servers from one of the templates. So it's really easy to provision the service profiles from a template from the GUI. So we have created these two service profiles here. So we are going to associate them with the blades from the script actually. Chassis 1 blade 4, chassis 1 blade 5. Right now it is unassociated. Oh, rather we'll make it 3 and 4. Okay, so basically so this you can see it's associating to the blades. So this is because there are some mismatches in the VLANs. That's fine. This is just a demo. So you can see the progress now. So basically now your servers are ready for the production. So with these proper scripts in place, like it would take less than like half an hour, probably around 15 minutes to provision all these things. Thanks for watching.